All right, Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone Church here in Birmingham, Alabama. And before we begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers living worldwide in truth and sincerity. And salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi. And with me now is the brother
Barak.
and we came together through the spirit and power of Yahawashi once again, and the spirit is on us to go into miracles, man, because those are the things that our Lord said was going to happen, in these last days. We're going to need to be hedged. We're going to need to be protected. Now, we often go into this word prophecy in Revelations 19:10. And one of the definitions there is comforting the afflicted. We're going to go ahead and get that word. Well, Salaki, let me read the verse. Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. So we're going to get this word prophecy. Strong's G 4394. It says prophecy, a discourse emanating from divine inspiration and declaring the purposes of the Most High, whether by reproving and admonishing the wicked, which we do, right? Or comforting the afflicted. So prophecy also comforts the afflicted, man. At the same time, admonishing the wicked is going to bring comfort to the hopeful elect. It says, or revealing things hidden, especially by foretelling future events. And the future events is going to be that we're going to touch on is the miracles, man, because the miracles are going to happen, Thus saith Yahawashi. You got anything up?
Con, I got something for you real quick. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, and verse 11. It reads, For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And if I may, talks about those thoughts, the intents of the Lord towards because this is written to the elect. Now, what I said concerning thoughts of peace, those are the ones that's going to receive the peace and mercy, the Israel of the Most High, But it says that them thoughts is written throughout the scriptures, man, concerning deliverance, peace, being preserved. Those scriptures was written for the elect, man. That's what it's for. It says to give you an expected end, and when you expect something, that's something concerning the future tense. So when you expect something, you got the spirit of anticipation, the spirit of prophecy, and we were expecting the peace, to be preserved, to be kept, But that was it on that.
Yes, yeah, that's a beautiful point because that's a mindset. You actively having confidence in the Lord, that He's going to perform those things that He said He was going to do. I mean, why would we not believe what Yahawashi said He's going to do? He said it's going to be famines and pestilence and earthquakes, and those things are growing in this and rapidly growing upon the planet Earth. So how much more the things that He have toward us, man? Those thoughts of peace, having us preserved from the said perils. you know. So yeah, miracles are going to happen, man. We're gonna matter of fact, what is that? If it had not been the Lord,
Oh yeah, that on Psalm 124.
kind the water. Yeah, man. It's gonna be the Lord that's gonna preserve his elect. Oh, as you see in the header, praise for rescue from enemies.
Mm.
This is Psalms 124 and verse 1. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say. And that's a particular Israel, man. You know, it's talking about the elect. Slakia. You remember it's an elect or Israel, and then it's an Israel of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
It says, man, Satan, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. Slacky, man. As soon as you start these lessons,
Yeah.
I ain't lying. It's a fight. Please bear with us. It says,
If I
then
if I may
yeah, you got
slap,
it out.
and it said, if it had not been the Lord, so you it's gonna be how about some outside. This is gonna be this help is gonna come from above, man. You know, especially when this devil, when that wrath, he come down with great wrath. It said we would have been swallowed up quick, man.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't have been none for this devil to consume us, man, and have his way. But through the spirit of power, Yahawah Sham outside, we being kept.
That's
You got
it.
it out slot.
The water. No, 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 no. That's perfect. The water. We are being kept, man. And it's starting now by the way of our mind. And it's going to grow and manifest into miracles. Psalms 124 and verse 4, it says, then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul, then the proud waters had gone over our soul. No, letting you know these proud waters are talking about Esau Edom, man. Oh, most proud, right? Blessed be the Lord who have not given us, see, he has not given us. Oh, going back to the priesthood, you just had thoughts of peace.
Mm.
It says, has
Mm-hmm.
not given us, here come, as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. Who is the fowler? Esau Edom, right? It says, the snare is broken and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, who made heaven and earth. So it's going to be the Lord, Yahweh Bahashah, preserving us in the times we're heading to, man. You know? And those miracles are going to manifest as way as food, spiritual power, you know, those certain instances where there's not going to be any way out but a divine, um, what's the word? A divine
Divine
escape.
intervention.
Yeah, come the water. Say that again.
Come on, divine intervention.
The water. That's it, right? The divine intervention. You're gonna know it was Yahawah Shah who saved you out of this certain peril, man. You're gonna know that it was the Lord who did these things. You got anything?
Come. The book of
Slide.
Daniel, chapter 12.
Mm-hmm.
Going back, like you said, that divine intervention. Daniel 12 and 1.
Mm.
It reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, will stand up for the children of thy people. So it said the time, which you see the heading, the time of the end. This show you the Lord is gonna throw the kitchen sink at this place, man. Everything is gonna play out in its height. From the plagues, the misery, destruction, but even the salvation that's gonna play out in its perfection, man. You know, the preservation, you know. But it's a certain time where these things set to take place. Well, you got Michael, the archangel, so it's going to be divine intervention to stand for. It said thy people, going back to those the Most High. I mean, Israel of the Most High, those that are going to receive that peace and mercy. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never when since there was a nation, even to that same time. And we can, you can go throughout history and read certain dark points, certain time periods, 7 A.D. Masada, and there's a plethora of other time periods that was horrible, man. But this is gonna, those things are gonna pale in comparison to what the Lord is gonna do in this time, and in that, those miracles gotta come. You can read certain records in the scriptures where that was a bad time, a famine, something like that, and the Lord made it away, man. It says, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, those that are in Yahawashi, man. Those that have the testimony of Yahawashi, that hold fast to prophecy, Lord willing, part of that righteous known, we're going to be kept and preserved, man. It talks about that in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Because we kept the word of the Lord, he's going to keep us from the hour of temptation, man. But it's going to, slap.
No, you got it out.
But it's going to be in how the Lord's going to do, keeping us. That's what the excitement comes in, because it's not going to be your conventional way of being kept. You just in a bunker to the Miller's call. No, it's going to be we already on the edge of our seat. So how much more when these troubles come, the power go out, the lack of food and water. It's not like you're going to be able to raid the grocery store every day when all hell break loose, man. There's going to be a lack of resources. So, but that's when the Lord's going to show out, man. But you got it out.
That's right. And see, you don't hear, these other groups, speaking on these facts, because they're not spiritually invested in this thing, man. Because if they were, they would speak on these points, man. Because it's going to come a time where your leaders are not going to be there, man. You're going to depend on Yahawashi and the things that he said he was going to do. Right? Or the Lord said, greater miracles. Let's get that. See, that's what's going to solidify who the Lord is really dealing with, man. Then shall be known who are my chosen. St. John chapter 14 and verse 11, it says, believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Yeah. Our Lord Yahawashi and our Lord Yahawah are on the same mindset, right, as we are. And it said, believe for the very work's sake. Scripture said our Lord did so many miracles that it could not be contained, man. Right? It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So guess what, man? The Lord laid it out. Greater works are going to be done. Okay? And our Lord made food to materialize, right? He healed the sick, right? He raised the dead. Hey, man, the Lord going to put spirit on certain men to raise people from the dead, man. To manifest water, to manifest food. The Lord had an angel, in various accounts, save his men. Oh, we just read a future account of an angel of the Lord saving his elect, man.
That's it.
That Daniel 12. So us having that report creates a mindset, and that faith grows, and the things start manifesting to the point where your faith is strong. Remember, our Lord said, according to your faith. Let's get that. See, that's heavy, man.
That's it. Hey, that's what's gonna spark the miracle. You gotta believe for it to take place. That's why it talks about those in Capernaum. Uh, there weren't no many miracles done there because ultimately they was really carnal and shit, man. They
Mm.
was rich, so they didn't believe, man. But that belief is what's gonna spark the miracle. You gotta know why.
Con. I'm gonna start at verse 27. This is Matthew 9:27. And when Yahawashi departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Son of David, have mercy on us. And it's some, two blind men, for one, and they call him son of David. These men were spiritually invested, man. They knew from the miracles that were done, from the account of the scriptures, that Yahawashi was on the scene, man. All right, which is King Solomon, right? If you can receive it through the Spirit. That's why they said, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Yahawashi saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? Yeah. They
See,
said unto him, Yeah, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith, be it unto you. And guess what? That's going to transcend all the way into this time, man. You know, you believing that Yahawah Shai is going to perform those certain miracles to get you out of desperate situations, man. There's going to be no doubt that it was the Lord Yahawah Shai that saved you, man. You know, and those
see.
are the times we're heading into. Slack, you got it out.
Oh no, you got to slocky, bro.
Yeah, and those are the times that we're heading to, where your faith is going to be so strong in the report that those things are going to manifest to you, because the Lord said He's going to give us the desires of our heart. You know, one of those desires is to be preserved from the said perils, and how
Mm-hmm.
those things are going to manifest through the miracles. You know,
Con,
you got anything?
I got something for you. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 33, and I'm gonna start at verse 16. It reads, "There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength." And it just shows that it's pretty much your carnal strength is not going to save you. And you can actually go into the history dealing with a king saved by the multitude and the host. You had back then the Persian Empire,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a sect in their army called the Immortals because how vast it was. But the Greeks, which was the underdogs, were the ones that overtook them, man.
Mm.
They were saying pretty much they was crazy to come against those Persians. But it was up to Yahawah Shai, man. At the end of the day, scripture talk about how the wars are the Lord's, man. So no matter how much strength you perceive to have, it don't matter. It says a horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. So these things that hold power, these different resources. You scripture you talk about how money is a defense,
Mm.
but the excellency of wisdom, man,
Hmm.
is going to give life. You know, it says, "Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh shines upon them that fear Him, upon them that hope in His mercy."
Hmm.
So that's part of us. We hoping in the Lord and His mercy, man. It says to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. See, that's what we hope in. That's what we have faith in, that the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to keep us. You know, and that's part of our prayer, man. We consider the end and hope that the Lord, uh, will find grace, to preserve us, man. You know,
Mm.
but it said to deliver our soul from death. Esau, the troops, to be kept from the famine, and show you that That's gonna be part of the miracles, man. You know, dealing with the food materializing, or even another miracle is somebody with the sea help getting food for you and shit, man.
Hmm.
That's a miracle. You know, it ain't gotta be all they, you know, you, which it can happen. You just see food just pop up out of nowhere. Of course, the Lord had manna to come from the chariots,
Hmm.
you know. But even somebody with the sea help, they keep they I mean they taking care of you and shit. That's gonna be a miracle, man.
Okay.
It says, it says, our soul waited for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. See, this is who we hold. This is who we hold to, man. This is we resort to. Yahawah Sham, and it's by the way of this doctrine, man. You know, this is what we run to for cover, man. It says, for our heart should rejoice in him because we have trusted in his holy name. See, that goes to that believe. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in thee. See, and that's just going back on that account you read concerning the two blind men.
Hmm.
That it was that only that miracle only could have took place if they had fully trusted in the Lord, man. So that's what we doing. We hoping that the Lord have mercy upon us according to our hope, according to our faith, you know. But you got to,
That's right. And that's what it's gonna be, man. According to your faith, these things are gonna be done unto you. You
mm-hmm.
know, and and considering the things that happened aforetime. Matter of fact, let's get Romans 15. It says the book of Romans, chapter 15, and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So the accounts aforetime of our forefathers being put in dire situations, right? And the Lord delivering them. One situation I'm thinking about is Prim, right?
Oh yeah, Khan.
You know, all these nations led by Haman, you know, well, getting ready to persecute the children of Israel, and the Lord turned that thing right on his head, man. And next thing you know, it's the Haman effect. You know, he get hung by his own gallows.
That's it.
You know, that's how the Lord is going to do it. Oh, what is that? Those wicked devices going to return upon them. You
That's
know,
it.
those things that they set up to destroy us are the very things that's going to take them out. But the scriptures say the things written aforetime was written for our learning. You know, that we're going to have what? Patience and comfort, you know, of the scriptures, that we might have hope. That's that hope again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got something up?
Con, yep.
Yeah.
Cause that gives us some. Now we got an outlet. There's a light at the end of the tunnel now,
Mm,
because we have something to look forward to. Cause we gonna once again be in these same situations. That's why I said it was random for time that we might have hope. Which that goes to that's also a future. What they call it? It's future tense. That
yeah.
word hope. So that put it in the category of prophecy now. You know, even
Mm-hmm.
these accounts that happened before, even though they actual event that took place, you know, it's still prophetic because that's why the scripture talk about how even Sodom and Gomorrah was an example.
Mm.
So it showed it was going to happen again. But this is the book of Sirach, chapter 51. Please ask us 51. And I start at verse 7. Salakia, the book of Sirach, 51 and verse 7. It reads, they compass me on every side, and there is no man to help me. I look for the succor of men, but there was none. And that's going to be in the time of trouble, man.
Mm.
It's not going to be anything, your external resource, your carnal, anything in this earthly realm that's going to keep us and help us, man. You know, like you're going to shoot your way out of. No, it's not going to work, man.
Mm.
The scripture talk about a time like no other, man. So of course you're gonna need the mercy of Yahawah by Shema to be kept, just like in the time of Noah. It was through the instructions of the Lord, had been in that ark, and those within, those are the only ones to survive. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
else did some shit on the fly, man. Whether they fled to higher ground, a motherfucker built a boat on the fly within those 40 days, it didn't hold up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was of men, not of Yahawah by Hashem outside. That's why they perished. But it says, then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord, and upon thy acts of old. So you see the secure man, which is the modern day, the gun, uh, you got full stocked up. Those are your money. That's the secure man. That's the aid of men. But that's not gonna withstand in the evil day. But as you can see, pretty much he was left to just thinking upon the mercy. He had to think upon the Lord, man. Going back to the word, the precepts. It says, then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord, upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee, and savest them out of the hands of the enemy. See, and going is plethora of scriptures to go into, the Lord delivering his men. One example is Peter,
Mm-hmm.
in prison,
Yeah. Okay.
and then after he pretty much he escaped, he said he know for sure that was an angel of the Lord, man, because that was going to be the only way he was going to be out. He was in a maximum security prison. He had to go through so many levels within the prison.
Mm-hmm.
So that had to have been the divine intervention, man.
Matter of fact, I'm finna get that.
Get it out. Yeah, that's it. Spirit. Yeah, that's it.
It's so heavy, reading these accounts. It produces that strong faith in Yahawah Shah.
That's it.
Yep, Khan. This is Acts chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, and when he had apprehended him, right? He was Peter was apprehended by Herod. It says he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quatrains of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
If I may, grab that quaternions
Khan.
and that Easter, and this for IUIC, you got to break that down. You got to, you know what I mean? Is that
Right.
actually Easter? But we know that in the spirit, the Passover, man.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. For shot.
yeah, Pesach. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Passover. But
Khan.
motherfucker run and say Easter is in the Bible. But what the Easter really mean? You know what I mean? But you got it a while.
Khan. Strong's G 5069. Quaterian. It says a guard consisting of 4 soldiers.
So he had 4 quaternions. So that's 16 soldiers.
Khan.
That's maximum. That's like a high profile case, so to speak. You have these different. Just say in these modern times, you might have somebody in a high profile case. They heavily secured. You got your chains. You got the chains on your feet, your arms. Which I believe that goes into Peter. He had the on his feet. I forgot they call them stokes or something like that. So yeah, cut. You got it a lot.
What's like it? It says, for among the Romans, this was usually the number of the guard to which the custody of captives and prisoners was entrusted. 2 soldiers were confined to the prisoner, and 2 kept guard outside. The 4 quaternions of soldiers would be used to guard one all night, one for each of the 4 night watches. Oh, they had them sold up, man.
That's it.
While some was sleeping, the other ones were. That's a dire situation.
That's it.
It says Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without sin of the church unto the Most High for him. And that's another thing our apostles and elders harp on, man. Prayer, you
Yes.
know, prayer is incredibly important, man. You know,
He-
because those are the things that's gonna, really be that lock in mindset. You know, you want to be praying fervently to your Yahawashi to deliver you out of what situation you in, whatever it is. It says, and when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers.
hmm.
He had a soldier on the left and a soldier on the right. It says, bound with two chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side. You can just imagine, Peter just sitting there asleep, and all of a sudden somebody come up and slap you in the face.
Yes. And you know that wasn't no tap. Yeah, that was he smote him, man. That yeah, I mean, it's a sense of urgency.
Woo.
It was the sense of urgency. You tapping some, nah, he smote him, man.
hmm
God,
and raised him up, saying, arise up quickly. Now that's sense of urgency.
mm-hmm.
And his chains fell off from his hands, and the angel said unto him, gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. And so he did. And he saith unto him, cast that garment about thee and follow me. So in the midst of two soldiers standing, I mean not standing, but right there on each side of him, the Lord performed this miracle to where the chains fell off. They ain't wake them up. They ain't startled the guards or none of that. These are the accounts that we, are going to refer back to in the time of trouble, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says,
Hey, that's
it,
like y'all. That's
huh,
that's the spirit. Yeah, this is one of the things you're gonna resort to when you go to the concentration camp. You're gonna think about Acts the 12th chapter, and
mm,
Peter was locked up, and that in that you meditating on that and trusting in Yahawah Sham because another account in the prison with Paul and Silas, I believe,
mm,
and I believe it was actually Paul. Their feet was shackled up, you know. But it said
huh,
they was singing unto the Lord. Really, they was going into the scriptures, and that earthquake came in, and that will broke them from those shackles, man.
mm,
But just going back what you mentioned, us meditating on the word, man. This is not something that you just read and it has been turned into a fucking coloring book. No, we're
mm,
gonna actually apply it, man. You know, you gotta go out.
huh. And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true, which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. So basically, Peter thought he was still asleep. You know, you know how you get locked up and you've been in there for so while, you start having dreams that you out again. That's that dire situation that Peter was in, man. He thought he had a dream that he was out again, man. But it says when they were past the first and second ward, they came unto the iron gate that led unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord.
Mm,
Man, that's heavy, man. That iron gate, it's leading into the city, man. So it ain't no light thing. Like you mentioned, that maximum security prison, man.
mm-hmm.
The door is just open. It says, and they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. So the Lord sent the angel there to save Peter. And once his job was done, he departed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Peter, it's like it, and when Peter was come to himself, he said, "Now I know of a surety
Hmm.
that the Lord hath sent his angel and delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews." Yeah, man. And we're gonna know for a surety it was Yahawashi. You know, we're gonna know that it was a miracle performed. And when brothers end up meeting up, brothers, I'm just speaking as a man. Man, let me tell you what Yahawashi did for me. Man, let me tell you what Yahawashi did for me. Gonna
That's
be
it.
one of them moments, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna read down to verse 16 because it's
Ah.
a beautiful account. And when he had considered the thing, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, whose surname was Mark, where many were gathered together praying. And as Peter knocked at the door of the gate, a damsel came to hearken, named Rhonda. And when she knew Peter's voice, she opened not the gate for gladness. See that? That's
God.
that lets you know the dire situation that Peter was in. It says she opened not the gate for gladness, but ran in and told how Peter stood before the gate.
Hey, if I may, because that was from the expectation,
Mm-hmm.
of the Jews, as a read earlier. Like, man, he good as dead. Because I believe they already killed James earlier.
Okay.
So they were like, damn, they got Peter, man. So Peter next.
Mm.
But you got it a slot.
Good. And they said unto her, "Thou art mad. Yeah, you crazy. What the hell you talking about?" Peter locked up, man. Like the brother said, like you said, he good as dead. But she constantly affirmed that it was even so.
Mm.
Then said they, "It is his angel." So like you said, good as dead. But Peter continued knocking, and when they had opened the door and saw him, they were astonished. See,
Man.
that's a heavy miracle, man. Matter of
Yes.
fact, let me. It says,
And
but
that was
he,
intense too. I mean,
yeah,
you say Peter still knocking, he beating on the door. You know what I mean? Like, that was intense, man.
hmm,
That was a very heavy,
mm,
moment in the ministry and shit,
mm-hmm,
disciples and shit being gathered. You real hot. Why? Because you associated with Yahawashi, man.
mm.
But you see the benefits. He was still alive, man.
Okay, that's it. He was still alive.
Yeah.
It says, Slack it. It says, but he beckoning unto them with the hand to hold their peace, declared unto them how the Lord had brought him out of the prison. And he said, "Go show these things unto James and to the brethren." And he departed and went into another place. Oh, going back into, brothers meet up, hey brother, I'm gonna tell you what the Lord did, Yahweh Shah did for me. Well, let me
That's it.
tell you, he wanted to declare the things what the Lord had did, man. You know, and again, Lord willing, we fall into that lot. Lord willing, that's written in our heart, man. You know, but it ain't by happenstance that the Lord have you meditating on these things, man. In the times that we're heading into. You got
That's it.
anything up?
Come on, I got something real quick for y'all.
Okay.
On the book of Psalm 34 and verse 7.
Mm,
The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So
mm,
I don't. It pretty much explains it itself, man. The angel of the Lord camping round about them that fear him and delivereth them, the elect. That's who is going to be delivered, man. That's who's going to be kept, and it's going to be in miraculous ways, man. That's why I say the angel of the Lord is there to pretty much be their hedge, man. you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this, and we just read one account how, how the Lord would deliver us, man. Going to the different accounts with a famine, a war, all that, man, is a precept for everything, man. And that's what we're gonna resort to when all trouble comes. But that was pretty much it. You got it.
Yeah, con. That's the only thing we're gonna have to hold fast to, man. Is the word. Ain't you brought out several scriptures earlier? You know, nothing carnal is gonna deliver us in this time, man. Your guns. No matter how many bullets you got, Esau can got dog drawn into your shit and you done. You
Mm-hmm.
know, or it's gonna have to be Yahawah shot. I want to get another account, if I may.
Fine.
Uh, Daniel chapter 3.
That's it. If I may, I ain't gonna start slack, y'all. That's one of my favorite chapters because that's we once again coming to this time period. You know that that decree. You got to
Mm-hmm.
bow down to the image. You know, we once again in that time period, man. So that Romans 15 for that. Hey, that's a comforting scripture because we can actually go to Daniel the third chapter and we can see the same thing taking place today, man. With these nations, talk about how all the nations come together to the dedication of the image,
Hmm.
and we seeing it, man. But you got it though, bro.
Con. I'm gonna start at verse 15. Hey, jump in there. This is Daniel chapter 3 and verse 15. Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and daughter, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hands? Man, that's such a boastful statement, man. You
Yes.
know, it shows you that these nations, man, they really don't reverence our power, man. You know, and they just the pride, is uh what I just got out of that, man. The pride, what power, what God is that's going to save you, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he had started
Yeah,
out
that
with,
Pharaoh said the same thing. Then
uh,
that Pharaoh say, "Who is the Lord?" or something like that.
"Con."
Matter of fact, I find it, but you got to like y'all. Anyway.
No, that's it. He did say that. Yep, that's it. But he said if you bow down and worship this image, it's going to be well for you. Regarding the things that it was put in his hands to try and do toward the children of Israel. Right? It says Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. Right. We're gonna tell you what Yahawashi shot. We ain't scared. Matter of fact, let me get this in the NLT real quick. Just that one verse. Daniel chapter 3 and verse 16 in the NLT. It says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. Oh yeah, we ain't worried about what you talking about, man. Because we trust in Yahawah Shah. That's the same mindset we're gonna have, right? It says back in the KJV, Daniel 3 and 17, if it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king.
That's it. And if
But
I
if
may, that's the
none,
confidence of the Lord.
mhm,
Ben, you you all the way in with your how about Shimei was shy, man. You saying this before a king, and they said we're not careful to answer to show you that that's the confidence they had, man. In your how about Shimei was shy. You know.
Cuz that's strong confidence, man. You know, you in a situation where you, like you said, talking to the king, man. Oh, going back to your point, did you find that?
Yeah, Con.
Uh,
The book of Exodus, chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 1, and it reads, um, and afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord power of Israel,
mm,
let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh said, Who is the Lord, that I shall obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go. Hey, so that was the pride
mm,
of Pharaoh. But guess what? He knew the Lord then when, uh, especially when he killed his firstborn. He
mm-hmm.
lost. He had to let Israel go then. And the Lord hardened his heart and lured him in the waters and killed his ass. But the point is, you see the pride. How much more this devil, man,
Mm-hmm.
to think he's the most high, because it got to a point, you can read even other kings, they got humbled and they had that knowledge of how about Hashem Yahawashi, you know. But this devil, he know there's a higher power, but the pride of this nigga, man, is that's why he gotta go,
Okay.
you know.
It's through the roof. So he's
Mm-hmm.
really gonna really believe, man. And that's a trick bag that the Lord put him in, that he believed that he got it on his own. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Go back to that Romans, that parallel between Pharaoh
Yep.
and Romans 9. He said he raised him up to show his power.
God.
Well, the Lord gonna do the same thing, and that power gonna be manifest in miracles, man. They gonna be on the PA. Hey, man, where he went? He was just here. You know? Did you see him on the camera? Did he go? Yeah, man. And they gonna be spooked, man. You know? Daniel 3:17. It says, "If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king.
Mhm.
If it be not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up." So
Mm,
it was basically faithful unto death. What does you
that's it.
say? Be thou faithful unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Hey, and I think it's another one in Revelation. Lord, be faithful unto death. He's gonna give you a crown of life. Cause
Mm,
yeah, it's certain brothers might have to get put to death, but hey, you're gonna be faced with death, and then ultimately you get delivered, man. You at that point, even from the guillotine coming down, you hear the blade coming down, and you wake up. You in Chicago or some shit, man. That's some crazy shit. Ain't no telling,
Cut out.
you know.
Oh man, that's heavy. I was just slacky, if I may,
oh
thinking about the account of Daniel in the lion's den,
man,
how
that's a spirit. Yeah.
the Lord had Habakkuk, and he said, "I don't know the way to Babylon, Lord." And the angel, grabbed him by his head and basically transported him
Come on,
into the lion's den so Daniel can have some hot food, man. And he stayed the mouth of those lions. Those are the things that, being transported to Chicago in that dire situation, you don't know, man.
yeah.
You know, that's how the Lord works. But if you're not abreast of those reports, how you gonna believe in those things, man? How you gonna uh, have your mind exercise to trust in the Lord in that way, man? Those are the times we're heading to, man. Miracles, man. I'm gonna finish this out. I'm gonna just jump down
Con.
to verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished. You know what? Salakia. Let me start at 22. It says, "Therefore the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, and the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego,
If I may too, Salakia, it talks about how that furnace was heated 7 times more.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's how this devil gonna that's why he's gonna come after those that have the testimony of Yahawashi. He's not gonna come the conventional way. You got SWAT in the front of your house, man. Nah, it's gonna be this nigga gonna bring out the big guns to those that have the testimony of Yahawashi.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just going back. This nigga heated the furnace 7 times more.
Mm.
That's how this devil's gonna come after those that have the testimony of Yahawashi. He's gonna come with you with robots and shit. We don't just be talking about mechanical dogs and that.
Hmm.
That's a thing.
God.
Yeah, I mean, that's an
Yeah.
actual thing, man. Mechanical dolls and robots and shit like that, and what they showing you ain't that just something they showing you. They got shit for your ass.
Yeah, they showing you the fluff.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers dancing in sequence to a song and shit. You know.
Yeah, you at a football game, they showing you some shit, you know what I mean? Like, nah, they got that thing for your ass, man.
Mm-hmm.
Who they it's for those that have the testimony of Yahweh shot, man. You know, those that
Yeah,
have,
man.
because he's gonna try to he's gonna come with these weapons, but hey, the Lord's gonna combat him with these miracles, and that's a part of that's another reason why he's gonna come with all this technology. We talk about the miracles, the power of the Lord. So he even just have a cop, the average city cop, to come apprehend you, man.
Right.
Yeah,
He know the accounts like you.
yeah,
When those men through the three holy children, they got burned the fuck up.
yeah.
Or those men that was holding Peter, you know.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
he know the account. So he's gonna try to eliminate that human aspect, man, and go all out, sending them robots as you said, you know.
Con.
And that's why the miracles gonna manifest it, man. It's gonna there's time like none other, man. You gotta understand that too. But going on, it says, and these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, we did not cast, did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They said, they answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the fourth is the form, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of the Most High. See? So is the Lord Yahawashi, Yahawashi who delivered, those 3 holy children, man, out of a dire situation. You know, they were bound with all of their clothes, and the fire did not even touch them. It says, it says, then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth in the midst of the fire. Yeah, that's heavy, man. No, hey, man, that's now going up in those chairs, man. Lord willing, that's going to take place again in the midst of those fires. You're going to be saved out of that certain situation by who? Yahawashi. Everybody, the elect, going to go up in that chariot. It says, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. So it wasn't even the smell of smoke, man. And that's the definition of being preserved. You know, the outside elements are not touching you. You know, you put some a preservative. Let's say you canning peaches, you seal it. You know, and those outside forces don't affect those things that's inside of that glass per se. But that's how the Lord is gonna have His elect. You know, protected in the time we had it to preserve from the said perils. I'm gonna finish it off. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego,
Huh?
who have sent his angel. Yeah,
Hey, see, Yahawashi, man. That was Yahawashi. Just
yeah.
going up. That's that divine intervention, man.
Hmm.
That's you gonna have. You gotta believe that, man.
Hmm.
That's a part of the doctrine. If you don't believe in miracles, you don't believe that the Lord is gonna keep you in miraculous ways. You know,
Hmm.
all the way to the climax of the deliverance, man. You gonna die, man, because this is that light at the end of the tunnel when things get dark
Hmm.
and there is no. It seems to be no outlet. You know, this is one of these the scriptures that's gonna keep you, man. When it's proceed to have no you know, no outlet that you know what I mean?
Yeah, no way out.
No way
It's
out. That's when the Lord is
mm,
gonna work, man. Oh, going back to Exodus concerning the deliverance, seemed like we you know, went to a dead end, so to speak. We was at the Gulf of Suez,
hmm
and the Lord had the waters to split, man. So there's gonna always be a way. It's gonna always be a way with Yahawah by Shim Yahawashi, man. You know,
good.
you got it a lot.
And he delivered his servants that trusted in him
Hmm.
and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own power. That's right, man. That's fear of the Lord, being faithful to your house by Shah. You're gonna be faithful to you, man. You turn your
Mhm.
back on the Lord. Well, guess what? He's gonna turn his back on you, man. You know. You got anything?
Con, no, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I
I
would say,
got.
Baba Messiah, you if you can, you finish them last two verses.
Oh
Salak.
yeah, Khan, Khan,
Salak.
Khan. Now let's see. It says, therefore, I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort.
And if I may, hey,
Mhm,
that's going to be the that's going to take place in the kingdom in its perfection. It's going to be a
mhm,
decree to uh, you know, worship Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, to follow the law, statute, commandments. And if you do, that's going to be your ass from whether famine.
mhm,
Talks about how we're going to hold back the rain from you and all that, man.
mhm.
You know, you got it out.
Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon.
And that's the order of us being delivered and kept. You first you delivered, then we will be promoted. It talks about that in Psalms 91.
Uh,
The Lord would deliver us, then he will honor us. So that's what's going to take place, man. Oh, it also says that it when you go in, I know you mentioned Daniel, the not Daniel, I think it was in Daniel. I
or
think it was
about
Daniel. He was promoted third in the kingdom or
yep.
something like that,
Uh,
you know. But after he was kept, man.
mm, mm. Yeah, that's it. You had to be delivered, then be promoted.
God.
That's heavy. Ooh, I hear that train.
Yeah, kind of spirit.
That's
You
heavy.
kind of knows it on there, y'all. Slide, y'all.
You good, yeah, I got one more. We just close it out here. Sirach chapter 2. You
Mm,
know,
mhm.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And we can look back that on the generations of old, when our forefathers trusted in the Lord, they wasn't confounded, man. You know? And as they abided in his fear, they wasn't forsaken. They feared the Lord more than they feared Nebuchadnezzar, man. We ain't care for you to answer you of this situation, regarding this. Oh, we're not gonna bow down to your fucking image, man. And the elect gonna have that same mindset dealing with the MOTB, dealing with anything Esau presents. Nah, we ain't fucking with you, man. Do what you gotta do, you know. That's the mindset the elect is gonna have. Why? Because they trust in Yahawashi. All right. You got anything out? Hey, we pray this been edifying. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Till the next time, we say Shalom.